This was one of the better World Series that I have seen in recent years. From the Wild Card Series all the way to the Dodgers winning Game 7. Every series, with the exception of the Reds and Dodgers, was great. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the extended playoff format with additional wildcard teams, but when the Tigers and the Guardians play each other, and the Yankees and Red Sox play each other in the first round, that's some pretty good stuff. Game 3 of the World Series going 18 innings like it did back in 2018, bullpens getting used up, everyone shitposting on exit 3 in the morning. This is what it's all about. I had a few takeaways from this past month that I want to share. No matter what series you watched at any point in October, all fan atmospheres were awesome, specifically in the American League. Yankees fans are always locked in and do the roll call. Guardian fans know that they have something. Tigers fans have patiently been waiting to make a deep run. Seattle was ready to explode if they made a World Series appearance. Toronto did explode when they made a World Series appearance. Fans and their respected teams help make a phenomenal playoff atmosphere. It really puts the 2020 season in check when you think about live sporting event. With Banana Ball breathing down MLB's neck, the fan experience is being put directly into the spotlight. But for someone who loves baseball and got to watch an awesome fall classic, packed with storyline after storyline, I still lean this way. But the fan atmosphere looked incredible. Toronto singing "Oh Canada" and bringing tears to fully grown men's eyes, because this is the first time they've had this since 1993. That is something that's very special. X became this awesome place where fathers and sons got to share their experience of a World Series game together for the first time. Even though they didn't think it would happen, it finally happened. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani is a major talking point for the 2025 season. But if you take just the playoff numbers that Ohtani had at the plate and on the mound, he truly is on another level. The numbers he put up compared to all the other teams in the playoffs would make you say, holy shit. The 18-inning Game 3 of the World Series had allowed Ohtani to reach base 9 times. That has never happened before. Most players play a week's worth of games to even get on base 9 times. He pitched an absolute masterclass against Milwaukee to win the NL title. And while he did it, he hit 3 home runs at the dish. This kind of stuff does not happen. With all the rule changes over the past 6 years, there's a chance it may never happen again. There were tons of great players in the National League that had phenomenal performances, but Ohtani is someone that you just can't brush over. You could tune out the entire Major League season and tune in only for the World Series, and you would know that Ohtani is the biggest playmaker on the Dodgers. He has had great national and international spotlight, that he became such a household name for anyone that follows sports in general. Having friends that follow other sports and want to discuss Ohtani or the World Series, that is really special to someone like me that really only follows baseball that closely anymore. We cannot overlook the pitching. We were honestly spoiled with the 18-inning Game 3 of the World Series. Starters came out to pitch, the bullpens used everyone, and part of me deep down wanted to see a 19th inning. That would have brought Yamamoto out to pitch the 19th inning after pitching a shutout the game before. The Blue Jays would have had to use a position player, and that would have been a first in the World Series. Blake Snell struggled at first in the series, but then he came back around. Trey Savage was lights out good the entire playoff run the Blue Jays had. Mad Max looked like he wanted to harm somebody. Tyler Glasnow, he's still tall as hell. This was one of the better World Series that I have seen. Compared to the previous years, the next best one was probably in 2019 with the Nationals and the Astros. The majority expected the Astros to win it all, but the Nationals were a really good team that could compete. Just like this year, everyone expected the Dodgers to finish the series early, but the Blue Jays still proved that they are the team to beat this year. Both teams pulled the best out of each other every game, and that is what made this series very special. Now, the bandwagon fans are going to say that the playoffs were boring, or of course the Dodgers had won. But for those of us that look at this thing under a microscope and stayed up late every night in October, this was well worth it for us. New videos last Friday of the month. I guess this was considered a bonus video on YouTube. More of that can be found over on my OnlyFans. Extra videos every month over there, and I do them topless. One of those two things are true. Damn, what a great baseball season. Sucks to be a Mets fan though.